Ashley, what is our next topic today?
All right, next up is from Zane Drake. Hi, John. With the new Spider Man movie coming in July, how much money do you think it'll make? Do you think it will be the highest grossing Spider Man movie and the first to cross $1 billion? And why or why not?
Yeah, so we do have a new Spider-Man movie on the way, and the question has come up in talking about success. We just had this huge surprise success with Aquaman, a film that I didn't even think would cross 800 million, let alone a billion, and ended up making 1.1 billion dollars. So now we're coming into Spider-Man. Now, some of you may have heard that question and thought, wait a minute, no, didn't Spider-Man 3 make a billion? It's true. Out of all the Spider-Man films have been successful, not one of them has ever crossed the $1 billion mark. That's why the $1 billion club still means something. It's still hard to get into. Because when you go down the history of the Spider-Man films, you're talking about the first Spider-Man, which was an incredible hit at $821 million. Spider-Man 2, $783 million. Spider-Man 3, which a lot of us don't like to talk about, but whatever, made $890 million, still to this day, the highest grossing of the Spider-Man movies. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2012, the Amazing Spider-Man 2012, a movie that I like a lot, actually, made $757 million. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2014 made $708 million. Spider-Man Homecoming 2017 made $880 million. And then, of course, the new animated, kind of a much different sort of horse of a different color here, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has made $363 million. So we've never had a Spider-Man film get even real close to breaking $1 billion. But I'm going to tell you why I believe Spider-Man Far From Home can be that film in the Spider-Man IP to finally break the $1 billion mark. And there's two important factors here. Important factor number one, people love this Spider-Man in the MCU. Now, they love Tobey Maguire as well. Some of us loved Andrew Garfield. Some of us loved Andrew Garfield. But people are loving this Tom Holland in the people really enjoyed Homecoming. It got great responses from audiences and critics, and it made a hell of a lot of money, $880 million. So it's already on the cusp. Then Spider-Man plays this big, important part in Infinity War and has the most memorable of the dustings, right? Also, when you look at movies coming off of Avengers movies, right? So let's go back to the first Avengers movie. The first Avengers movie comes out. The very next movie in the MCU to come out was Iron Man 3, which made more money than the previous Iron Man did. So coming out right after Avengers helped Iron Man take a step up. The next sequel that came out after an Avengers movie was Ant-Man 2, or Ant-Man and the Wasp, which came out right after Infinity War. Well, what happened to Ant-Man 2? It ended up making more money than the previous Ant-Man did. So now the movie coming out immediately after Endgame is Spider-Man Far From Home. If the pattern continues, it suggests to us that Spider-Man could make more money than its previous film coming out right after Endgame. It already made 880, and people are loving this character. So I think all those reasons and more, I think a lot of that leads us to a place where I feel pretty comfortable saying, yeah, I think Spider-Man Far From Home is going to be the first Spider-Man movie to join that $1 billion club. Rob, you've heard my reasons. Tell me why I'm wrong or tell me why I'm right, and what do you think about all that?
No, I mean, look, I think when people enjoy a character, and specifically, I think the Holland portrayal of Spider-Man is spot on. He's my favorite Spider-Man we've ever had in the movies. He's in high school. He feels right. He's so much fun to watch. And I mean, the fact that I felt some of my soul left my body at the end of Infinity War as he was saying goodbye to Mr. Stark and saying, please, I don't want to go. I was like, no, I mean, I love that character. I've always loved Spider-Man. And I think that, especially after Infinity War and Endgame, and Captain Marvel, people are going to be primed to see him go on a lighthearted, spider-rific adventure in Europe. I mean, it looks great. Mysterio, Nick Fury, what's not to love? I'm thinking $1 billion.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thinking $1 billion is kind of the place it's going to come in. Let me ask you, Ashley, do you think another Spider-Man film can actually crack the $1 billion mark? Could it be the biggest Spider-Man film ever at this point?
I think with all the hype from Infinity War and the love of the actor and the character, that this would be the one to do it, I think.
Yeah, I think if any of them are going to do it, I think this is the one. So let's wait and find out.